So we're now in a place where you can create these stunning coloring pages using AI in seconds, and it is all for free, which is absolutely amazing. You've got these intricate coloring pages that have absolutely so much detail, and there are hardly any errors in these images. So I'm going to walk you through how you can actually create prompts and create these types of detailed images, and then actually put them into Canva and actually even be able to edit these coloring pages too. So make sure you watch this full video. So to start off creating coloring pages, what we're going to need is a prompt that's going to allow us to have sufficient detail that we can change and do what we want with, but it's just going to give us that structure. So this is the prompt that I use, and we've got provide 5 prompts for a, and you can change this if you want more, if you want 10, if you want 15, you can change this number. And then for a bold and easy coloring page, again, the type of coloring page you want, you can specify here, but I want bold and easy coloring page in a paragraph. I usually like it in a paragraph rather than a long list, because the list can get pretty long. Then we've got the subject, we've got the scene, we've got the target audience, we've got the art style, we've got layout instructions, we've got the aspect ratio, which is 1:1. And then I always want my prompt to start with a coloring page, just so that Nano Banana 2 knows exactly that it is a coloring page. And then all you need to do is click enter, and you can see that Claude has provided us already with 5 coloring page prompts. And then all you need to literally do is just copy and paste them in. So the first one we've got is a coloring page of a friendly hedgehog in a garden. The second one we've got is a coloring page of a lighthouse by the sea. So all we need to do is literally copy and paste these and put them into Google Flow. And to use Google Flow is very easy. Again, you're just copying and pasting and putting the prompt into here. And then what you want to do is make sure that you have the right settings. So put it on image. And then if it's a aspect ratio of 1:1, then you want to put it on that. I always like to have at least 4 different image generations, so I can always choose the best one. And then Nano Banana 2 is the tool that I've been using to create the best coloring page images. And here we have the first images that it's produced of the hedgehog. So we can go in and actually see the image here, that it looks perfect. It looks great for a bold and easy coloring page. We can take a look at the prompt and a little bit more detail that we've actually put in. So we've got a friendly hedgehog in a garden. We've got a single round friendly hedgehog centered on the page, facing forward with a smooth oval belly. We've got that there. We've got bold, spiky back texture made of large, simple triangles, which perfectly is replicated. 2 big, bright eyes. We've got a round nose. We've got tiny feet pecking out below, and then we've got surrounded by 3 oversized daisy flowers and a simple grassy outline, which again we can see the flower here. We've got the second one here, we've got the third one here, and it's designed for children ages 4 to 8 and adult beginners who enjoy cute animal nature themes. And then we've got the bold and easy illustrations there, so it really adheres to the prompt really well. We've got everything we want within the image, and again, if you look throughout the image, there's no grayscale, there's nothing, there's no errors or anything that we would actually need to change in this. So it's done a perfect job. After this, we also have the images of the lighthouse here, which again, with that bold and easy coloring design. So we've got the lighthouse in the center, we've got clouds here, we've got it on a cliff, and then we've got the sea here. So we can take a look at the prompt and see the detail that's put in. So we've got a single tall, bold lighthouse standing centered on a rocky cliff edge with 5 wide horizontal stripe bands, which is done here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's got that all here. Then we've got the 2 large puffy clouds. Then we've got the simple wave shapes in the lower foreground ocean, and then designed for kids ages 6 to 10. So it's got everything that we need within this image for a coloring page. Now, other prompts I also took was this coloring page of a cozy teddy bear holding a heart, and this coloring page of a vintage bicycle with a flower basket, which I was able to produce here. So we've got the bear holding a heart, and then we've got the vintage bike here. And these, again, they align with the bold and easy coloring book theme. This process, it just makes it super easy to just copy and paste the prompt in and get these type of unique images. The great thing with having these detailed prompts is that you can always mix and match certain parts, or you can just copy and paste it back into the tool and ask it for more prompts similar to this. So it's just going to really give you those ideas that you can really change and filter and just create the most unique types of coloring pages that is different to anything out there on the market. Because the main thing you want to do, you don't want to copy any other coloring book out there. You want to be bringing out something unique that is going to sell. So after this, I wanted to try something a little bit different. Now, instead of the bold and easy coloring book pages, I just wanted to see what other coloring page prompts that I could get. So I just removed that from the prompt. I kept everything else the same, and it provided me with these 5 coloring page prompts. And so I like the interesting idea of the coloring page of a bustling Japanese street market. So again, I copied and pasted this prompt. Another one I also took was this coloring page of a secret cottage garden in full bloom. So again, a super detailed prompt that I copied and pasted into Google Flow, and we can see the output here. So we've got the Japanese street market, and I love the detail within this image. And even if you go close up with the detail, we can still see things like carrots. We've got vegetables here, we've got fish here in the background. And if we take a look at the prompt, we can see everything that we actually asked for in the image. So we've got a lively Japanese street market scene stretching across the full page with paper lanterns strung overhead. We've got vendor stalls selling fish, vegetables, and handmade goods. Shoppers in traditional kimonos and casual modern clothing. We've also got the potted bonsai trees lining the path. Then we've got kanji signs above each stall. So we've asked for a huge amount of detail, and it's been able to produce that within this image. So you can push it and test it even more, and it's really displayed everything that you want in this image. And it's a nice, unique idea too. Then we also have our street cottage garden coloring page, and this looks absolutely wonderful. Also, there is quite a bit of grayscale in the image, but I'm going to show you how you can remove this within Canva afterwards. But I love this image as we have so much going on. We've got butterflies, we've got birds, we've got flowers in the background. We can see the cottage in the background with the door opening up to it. And this would actually be a really fun image to color in because there's so much to do. And as we can see within the prompt, the target audience is more for adults and advanced teen colorists, as it has a huge amount of detail in it. And that's the benefit of having that target audience, is you are able to cater your coloring page to a specific type of person and have so much more detail within it. After this, I wanted to test out the prompt a little bit more. So instead, I wanted a sports car kind of coloring page. So with the prompt, I've kept everything similar. However, I've just added sports car as the subject, and then I've just changed the aspect ratio. So I wanted a 3:4 aspect ratio, and it's provided me with 5 prompts below that. Again, I can just copy and paste and put in. So we can see the output here within a Google Flow, and I love the detail within this image here. We've got the car in the center. You can see the nature scene in the background and the windy road. And just taking a look at the prompt here, we've got a low slung wide body supercar caught mid-corner on a dramatic mountain switchback road, front wheels turned hard into the bend, and side intakes sculpted, large rear wing angled aggressively, exhaust flames licking from twin tailpipes, and then a loose gravel scattering from the rear tires. So you can see the amount of detail within the prompt that's been able to produce this outstanding coloring page. And I think this is amazing. Somebody who is a car enthusiast would really enjoy this. So it is really tailored towards that audience. And then I've also tested out another car coloring page. So you can see this design also. So we've got a futuristic sports car in a neon city. And one thing I love about this coloring page is we've got the car here, but we've also got a little shadow of the car, which I think is absolutely amazing. Then we've got the 2 people to the side. And if you can see here, there's also this reflection of them. So here we've got this futuristic sports car in a neon city. And you can see by the prompt here that we've got a radical wedge-shaped futuristic concept sports car. And then we've got the city street at night surrounded by towering glass and steel skyscrapers covered in neon signage. We've got advertisement. We've got the wet road space. We've got the reflection of both the car and the 2 people here. So again, we've got another coloring page that just really reflects the prompt really awesome. We've got such a unique coloring page here that, again, sports enthusiasts would really enjoy. And I love all the detail that it's been able to produce within this image. There are just so many parts to color in, and you just add a stunning cover to this and I think it would really sell. Now, another thing you might notice with these prompts is, as I'm asking for more, they are slightly getting longer and longer. So one thing you can ask it to do is, if you start seeing it get to this length where it's just having so much incredible detail, is just ask it to actually make these prompts a bit more concise, and then it's going to trim it down a bit. It's still going to adhere to all the detail within the prompt, but it's just going to be a lot more concise. So again, you can just mix and match the prompts and ask it for whatever kind of idea you want and need. So once you have all the coloring pages that you need, you can just click download in the right hand corner, and then the 2K upscaled to make sure all your images are downloaded to a decent resolution. And then after this, we'll go into Canva. So we're going to create our coloring book in Canva. So what we need to do is just go over to create and then custom size. So if it is an 8.5 by 8.5 kind of square, bold and easy coloring page, then you just put those into the width and the height, and then the units, just make sure that it is in inches, and then you can click create design. So once we have the dimensions, next thing you need to decide is how many coloring pages that you actually need. So let's say you have 20 coloring images, then the page after following your coloring page always needs to be blank. So for example, we'll use this first page for our coloring images, and then the next page will always be blank, and it just follows that order, as Amazon's coloring pages are quite thin. So you don't want one coloring page image to bleed onto another. So that's the whole point of having the second page blank. So just make sure that you upload all your images. So one thing I like to do to really make our pages quite easy, and all you need to do is just drag and drop, is to add a frame. So just go to elements, and then we'll go down to where it says frames, give it a moment, and then we'll go to basic shapes and just go with the rectangle there. And then all you need to do is just make sure that you align everything onto the page correctly, and then align it in the center. You'll see a purple yellow line across the middle, and then another purple line across, and you can see now it's right in the center. And then you just want to add a stroke style to the outline, and then you might want to take it to maybe 8, and this will just allow us to easily drag and drop all our images onto the page. So for example, with our uploaded teddy bear, all we need to do, we don't even need to resize it or anything. We just need to move it onto the background, and there you go. We've got image there. Super simple, just drag and drop. And then you can do the same with all your coloring images, and you just keep on following the process until all the pages are complete. So sometimes, let's say where you have coloring pages like this that might have a few gray areas, you can and you should edit these, as we want to be creating the best quality coloring pages. So in order to do that, all you need to do is actually click on the image, then go to edit, and then go to adjust, and then scroll down to where it has the light settings here. And we want to start by increasing the brightness, and you can see how the image is slowly changing and increasing the contrast. It's just allowing us to be able to color in every area of the image, increase the highlights, and you're starting to see more and more of a difference. The shadows, again, adjust it by your own eyes. Not every image you're going to need to increase to 100, but it just really depends on the image, and increase the whites also. But now we have a coloring image that you're able to color in every single part. And if we compare it to the previous one, you can slightly see the difference between both now. And it's just a slight change, but these are the details that most people aren't doing with their coloring books, and then they just end up getting bad reviews. But if you want to create the best, then you're going to do these small differences that is going to make your coloring book stand out. Now, once you have all your images and you're happy with everything, all you need to do is just go to the corner, click share, and then download. Then the file type should be PDF print. Then I usually go with CMYK, best for professional printing, and then download, and you have your PDF ready that you can upload to Canva. So thanks for watching another video, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments.